Thank you so much, Faith, for the invitation. I'm honored, and thank you everybody in the audience that's going to be listening to this interview that Faith is going to take. I'm very honored, like I said, to be here.
So nice to see you again,
thank
Mr.
you. It's a pleasure as always. You're always keeping yourself up very nicely.
Thank you. You too. Look at yourself. so tell us, I understand you are quite an honorable person with your age, how to eat healthy. What makes you look this good?
Well, to start with, thank you for the compliments on nutrition. I'm a global executive that has been working in America for successful companies. And my main mission was also to be healthy for yourself, for your family, for your peers, and everybody else. And you know how easy it is to get distracted when you're running, just to grab and eat anything that comes across you. Well, I decided to change that. Because if you really analyze the statistics of obesity, at least in America, it's because of the improper eating that exists due to all of that social pressure that exists today.
Okay. Sorry for cutting you short, but maybe you could tell our viewers what is the understanding of nutrition? What comes in your mind when you say nutrition?
Well, when for me nutrition, it's very broad, But nutrition, Faith, it's basically what your system takes and inhales and processes. It's what you eat.
Right.
Basically, there are many terms, but nutrition is those things that your system needs that will be digested and that will be helpful and beneficial for your body and will not be stored fat that can accumulate in your system and cause many different things that we're going to explain through the program.
Okay, and what are the importance of what we're supposed to eat, what you're not supposed? What is the importance of that?
Well, there's many things out there in the scope that many diets and the Atkins and the fat-free diet and the diet about only protein, etc. But I've always been a believer that your system, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel here.
Right.
The wheel has been reinvented. Mm-hmm. It's you need to eat a broad things that go with your body. I am a true believer of what they call eat right to your blood type, and I'm showing this book here to the audience.
Right.
And this is debatable in medicine today, but reality is that for generations and generations, the blood types of humankind have been analyzed throughout the world. Mm-hmm. And there are 4 different blood types, A, B, O, and AB.
Okay.
And each blood has its origins, and it has its myths, and it has its benefits, what you should be eating and what should not be eating, what we call the poison. And just for an example, I'm blood type B.
Okay.
I'm an ancient blood type that has been analyzed. And just in an example, corn, it's a poison for me, or chicken. But in the other hand, for example, mutton beef or some type of Ezekiel or spelt bread, it's very good for my blood and digestion. So what I really think, like I said, not everybody can really eat according to your blood type, and it's very difficult. But I think the fundamental thing is to try to avoid those kind of foods that will saturate your body. You need to eat protein, you need to eat carbohydrate, you need to eat certain products that help you, certain vitamins, certain exercises. So what I am telling you or encouraging the audience is to really look for ways to cook easy. You guys and you girls are busy running and working, and the husband and the kids and the children in school and play musicals and all of these. Well, there are many ways. It's very easy just to say I'm going to make a pot of rice and beans and that's it. But yes, maybe pot of beans and rice is once a week. Another day will be fish with vegetables, and try to lower the amount of carbohydrates.
So in other words, what you're trying to say is that first of all, they should be checked their blood group. And then from there, they can be able to know what are the kind of food their body can be strong for them and what they are poisonous for them, right?
Yeah. And for example, just to give you an example, you can be really strict in your diet at home according to you. And then if you go out with friends, you can break it and just have your cheesecake or have your country fried chicken or things that you will normally do not eat that will be like an indulgence to you every so on, but not on a daily basis.
Okay.
So I also think, I mean, you're gonna only live once. And
Right.
if there are certain things you like, do them, but not in excess. You know, the vegetables are very good, certain stocks, certain beefs. What really benefits your metabolism? Why? Why, Faith? Because it's very easy to increase your cholesterol and block your arteries and have a heart attack. Man, it's proven that during the 40s is the highest risk of heart attacks in men.
Right, right.
Women, you know, a lot of menopause issues or femininity issues that are caused with certain foods that you can lower. And I don't say only, you know, eat right and adopt this diet. This is one of the researches that has been there and that I believe it's well balanced, where you eat a little bit of everything in your system, but also you need to exercise, do yoga. What vitamins? How many people there are taking vitamins every morning, and what you don't know is that you're really urinating them.
Right, right.
Because
These
your
are
body
the
doesn't
nutrition
need them.
pills, right?
Exactly.
Which they don't work very good with our body.
Well, some do if your body needs it, and some other don't because your body doesn't need them, and
But
they
if
just
you
get
would
dumped.
prefer to eating healthy instead of taking the pills themselves.
Of course.
Right. So tell us, when you say, I can remember there was a time you were telling me, you are what you eat.
Well, I'm a true believer, you know. Also, as you eat properly, you have those cells of you more younger, you feel more energized, your body pumps more into your system, you're more skinny, more slender. The certain types of exercise help you, you feel more energized in doing things with your kids. As if you were 40 pounds overweight, you know, it will be very difficult for you to be running around and chasing your kids on the garden,
Right.
or playing football or tennis or so yeah, I'm a believer. I mean, we all are what we eat. Look at yourself in the mirror in the morning when you wake up and, you know, see yourself and say, today I want to be better than yesterday, and take extra things that will avoid for you with yourself when eating, to avoid you health issues and going to the doctor.
Yeah.
For example, I also believe in what's called nutritional healing and herbal healing. Because immediately you have a flu and you want to put your system with a lot of medication and go and see the doctor. Yes, I don't disagree in going and see the doctor. But if there are certain natural ways of you preventing to have all of those medications because you're starting a cold or something, by all means do it. Like flu shot is an excellent thing also. I mean, but the thing is also believing on what we in the ancient times used to do when your grandparents and your great-great-grandparents did. Not everything was a pill and go and buy out of the counter or go and see a doctor and get. There are certain things, obviously, that you have to go to the hospital and see a doctor.
Right.
There are some other things in your eating, in your vitamins, in your proteins, that will maintain you, you know, in a healthy level within yourself, and the nutrition that your body needs to generate its own cells.
Okay. And if we look at it in a big dimension, not talking about here in America, what you do tell those people in Africa, maybe they don't have access in internet, they don't have access to some of these books, maybe to doctors.
You know, all of those people in Africa, I do understand, you know, like in any place of the world, you are limited to certain things and certain foods. Try to combine rice with vegetable. Try to combine beans with legumes. And do different things, like in the morning an egg, a piece of toast, another day some oatmeal or some rice. Try to figure it out. If the food is an issue, finding it and getting all of the right ingredients are difficult because they are not within reach of a community. Try to eat as healthy as possible your foods, combining lots of legumes and vegetables and the right type of mix of protein and carb. Do not eat only carb or do not eat only protein. Try to balance it and be healthy.
So in other words, what you're trying to tell them is, even if they don't have access to the books or internet, they can always eat healthy.
Well, yes, because I also understand, Faith, that with your program, you're doing community work.
Right,
and you're
right.
going to the communities with the talent of the support of the TV that you're representing, that I can talk about it.
Sure.
But, you know, it's so nice. You involving yourself with the communities, and taking nutritionists, doctors, and things to do to help. I am so
Advertising,
proud of you because I
yeah.
have seen
Thank
how
you.
you do it in your program.
Thank you so much. And if I would also add up on the nutrition, I think it's also very important to our audience and everybody who is listening to this program. In case you go to the market and buy canned food, always make sure to check how many ounces, how many calories it has.
The sodium.
All of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's a very good point that you're giving to the audience.
Yeah, so some of these things, they are very important. We might not know what you are eating, what you are giving in our body, but you don't have to be ignorant. Check what you're eating all the time, and you're going to be the best, healthiest person in this world. Thank you so much for listening to our program, and thank you, Mr.
No, thank you
Antonio.
for inviting
Until
me.
next time, be the best you can be. I was your host, Faith. Until next time, bye-bye now.
Thank you so much. So nice. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Your program, those Kenya people are gonna love it.
I know.
And the
I know.
involvement with you in the country and in the villages.